What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris
Maul.
podcast, episode 10. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. We got a lot of topics to get into, but before we get into that, what's up, Maul? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, brother. I can't complain. Enjoying these days off, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Just another day, another day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, well, let's get into these topics, brother. Let's get
Let's do
into
it.
it. Preseason kicked off this weekend. Probably Thursday. Kicked off a lot of games. Friday had some games. Saturday had games, and then yesterday, both of our teams played.
Yeah.
Before we get into our teams, from the other teams, what was your takeaway from the preseason?
Obviously, the big takeaway was obviously everybody was interested in seeing all the new young quarterbacks that were playing during the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, First, I'll start off with C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud, his statistics didn't really look too great. You know what I mean? 2 for 4, 13 yards, one INT. Obviously, he's playing against, the talent around him isn't really that great right now, especially with the offensive line play. I thought I saw some good things, little things, you know what I mean? Just, him taking his progressions and all that. I thought that was pretty good. I thought Jordan Love looked pretty good for what I saw, man. You know what I mean? He was slinging that thing, 7 for 10, 46 yards, had a TD in that, nice pass. I really like, even though Anthony Richardson didn't, statistically wise, didn't play good, I thought he looked a lot bigger on the field than I thought he would.
Yeah,
He looked like he still was in college. You know what I mean? He just looked like a man amongst boys, man. Just with his size, and
yeah.
then just the way his feet look, his throwing motion, man. I think he looks great. You know what I mean? Like I said, it is preseason. I'm not gonna take everything to the bank, but for what I seen, I thought he looked good. Bryce Young, no offensive line. He was damn near running for his life half the time. Doing that. So as far as with those guys, I would say out of all four of them, the one I was most impressed with was probably Jordan Love, man. I'm not going front. And I
Mm-hmm.
was talking a lot of stuff about Jordan Love. I didn't think he was gonna be that great, man. But you know what? I got a little hope. I got a little hope for the Packers, man. I might have to
Mm-hmm.
apologize to my homie, man, saying they ain't gonna mean nothing this year. But yeah, they might mean a little something, man. What about you? What you take away?
Yeah, about the same. You know what I'm saying? CJ Stroud, like I said, his offensive line ain't that good. After he threw that interception, he calmed down a little bit and, you know what I'm saying, got the willies about him.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Richardson, and they was talking about this today on First Take, and I agree. He needs to slow it down.
Yeah,
Slow down. But I understand it's his first game. It just slow
you
it
can say
down.
that about C.J. Stroud too. You need to
Yeah,
slow it
because
down too.
it just look like he's like, come on, let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
And it's like, slow down. Just go through the offense, brother. It's gonna be
Right,
okay.
right, right.
It's gonna be okay, fam.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even game planning. You know what I'm saying? We're running basic vanilla offense right now.
Right, right.
Um, and then Bryce Young, the one thing I would take away, even though his offensive line didn't do him no favors, one thing I take away from him is that he just looked calm. Regardless of the situation, he looked calm. He looked comfortable. He looked like, you know what I'm saying, he was in control. He didn't look rattled when he got hit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like nothing at no time.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the other one? Will Levis.
That's your boy.
Will Levis.
What you
Now I
think?
will say this about Will Levis. He did
Yeah.
do some things that I liked that I could tell he's been working on.
Mm-hmm.
But that interception at the end, he could have won the game. He threw it right to about five defensive players, and that was a bad decision.
Yeah.
And that's something he's got to work on. But other than that, the one person I would take away from this, you said Jordan Love. I'll raise you one and give you a Zach Wilson. He's been looking good these past two games.
Zach
I,
Wilson.
I think the Aaron Rodgers connection, because you see it in the Hard Knocks, that
Yep.
Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers kind of taking him under his wing, trying to
Yeah.
teach him things, and you know Zach Wilson gets to take a step back and learn from probably when there's no argument, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks in history. Regardless of what you think of Aaron Rodgers as far as his playoff history and what he's been going through lately, he's one of the best throwers of football. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? We not doing that. Before Mahomes came around, we was talking about Aaron Rodgers the way he threw the football. You know what I'm saying? So
100%, yeah.
So yeah, Zach Wilson looked good, man. And if he could continue to get these progressions going on, then they might be in a good place.
Yeah.
Another person is Darrell Thompson. What's his name? Darrell Thompson.
DTR.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the Browns, he's cooking. Yeah, he's cooking right now. He looking nice. Deshaun better watch out, boy.
If Deshaun Watson don't work out,
hey man,
they might got that guy in the third. He might be the second string now.
But the crazy thing is that it goes back with Zach Wilson. Like Zach Wilson has kind of like that same style as like Aaron Rodgers, and same as DTR. I think DTR is really close with Aaron Rodgers. I think you kind of saw it in the Hard Knocks where he came up to him before the game, and you can see the kind of relationship that he has. So he can be like the guy that's kind of like grooming these next sets of like quarterbacks to be like the next great ones. You know what I mean? You kind of see the comfort level that DTR has. You kind of seeing Zach Wilson playing the way we all assumed that he was going to play, just with his style. You know what I mean? Like the talent wise, like Zach Wilson always had it. You know what I mean? It was just that for some reason it just wasn't clicking upstairs. You know what I mean? So now it seems like everything's starting to slow down for him. I think he's really starting to take it serious. I think the Jets did. I think the Jets did right by him. I'm gonna give a shout out to the Jets organization. They didn't throw this kid to the wayside. They're actually, he did play poor. He has some instances where he didn't talk to the media the right way, to the point where it was kind of like disparaging to his teammates a little bit. But man, it looked like he's growing before our eyes, man. So you got Aaron Rodgers for 2 years. Like if I'm Zach Wilson, I'll take the 2 years or whatever, as long as Aaron Rodgers is going to be there and help him be groomed. And he might get that kind of shine that he originally had when he first came back in the league. You know what I mean? So I think there was a lot of good things, man. Honestly, I know. You kind of want. I don't know if you want to wait, but we could talk about our teams right now, man. Because
go ahead.
Because boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I'm liking what my Raiders look like, boy. You know what I mean? I'm liking what my Raiders look like, man. I know it's preseason, but hey, look, I'm gonna say this: our defense is looking nice, man. It looks like we got a nice, healthy rotation of guys. As far as like on that defensive end, our quarterback play was good. Our offensive line played pretty good. We had a couple running backs that showed out a little bit. The most surprising thing to me, besides that defense, was Aiden O'Connor. That boy was looking nice, man. He was looking nice. I can't even front. When we drafted him in I think it was the 3rd round, I was kind of like, bruh, who is this Reno 911 cop looking one? You know what I mean? So, but hey, my apologies, brother. So far you looking good and looking good in the preseason. If it wasn't for that bullshit pass that got through with Trey Lance, man, that would have been a shutout right there. You know what I mean? So I get it's preseason, but at the same way, you want to see positive football play going into the season. You don't want to start off on a negative foot. You want to see these guys, make good plays, be disciplined, not turn the ball over, have the potential to have chances to win the game. I know it's not like the all in be all, but hey, man, if you can make these plays in the preseason, why can't you make them during the regular season when the real guys start playing? It just means it just looks like we're deeper. I'll put it that way. It looks like we're deeper in a lot of positions for sure.
Yeah. Well, start with the first team defense. They didn't do themselves no favor this week. We do need. You saw the glaring need, Chris Jones.
I didn't even get a chance to watch the Chiefs game, so you're gonna have to tell me what happened, man.
First team defense was getting cooked. Getting cooked out there.
Yo, man, come on, man.
Justin Reed got cooked a few times by that tight end. What's his name? Jerron Johnson. Or whatever his name is. He was getting smoked.
So, what was the number one problem you saw from the defense? Was it just the pressure?
It was from the first team. The first team. The pressure wasn't getting it, but they was running so like. I don't take too much into it. Like Chiefs Kingdom, they panic as soon as something bad goes happen. And I'm not saying that you can't be observant and say somebody played bad. Justin Reed played bad. He was getting smoked. And then Trent McDuffie, he got a touchdown caught on him. I don't think it was like he got cooked. A.T. Perry, the rookie, is 6'5", 200 and some odd pounds. Trent McDuffie is 5'11". Like as much as I love Trent McDuffie, and I think he's going to be a really good corner, It's
Yeah.
just like, come on, man. That was the knock on Trent McDuffie, is that the bigger guys are going to give him a little bit of trouble. They are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even though
Mm-hmm.
A.T. Perry was a 6th-round pick, he was projected to be a 3rd-round pick at a Wake Forest. He's nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
He ain't no chump. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that first team defense, we need Chris Jones, and that's the bottom line. First team offense, they was so vanilla. They was trying. We was in New Orleans. They looked like they was trying to showcase Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They was getting
Yeah.
every run, every pass was going to him. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it was a 2-step drop. Give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and that's what it was. And then Mahomes ran. I thought it was a first down, but they said it wasn't. And then Andy Reid got to get over this paranoia of not doing the damn quarterback sneak with Mahomes. Like, it was a freak accident. God damn it! Like,
Well,
yeah,
he ain't gonna do it during the preseason. Like he ain't
I
gonna do
get it.
that.
I get it. That's fine. But it's like he does that same old Blake Bell going motion. He goes on the center and tries to do a quarterback sneak, and the shit didn't work.
Yeah. So like with the whole Clyde Hilaire thing, do you think it's kind of like them kind of like trying to showcase him a little more for maybe for trade purposes and stuff like that? Do you think that
Yeah,
might be the case?
they didn't pick up his 5th-year option, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's been injury prone. So I think they're trying to say, hey, he's still a good player. Just
Yeah.
he's been injury player prone and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So here, and then especially with New Orleans about to lose Alvin Kamara, and they just said that what's the DeAndre Miller kid, he's hurt. So they're like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, why don't you take one of your own? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Look
right,
at
right.
him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So,
Well,
uh,
yeah. Obviously, the
so
offense is not going to be a problem. Like
yeah,
they're going to try like that all weird stuff. To get ready for the season. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
they'll probably play a little bit more serious, probably like in the last preseason game. Get their
yeah.
little momentum going and stuff like that. But
But I
I
will
said
say,
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
but what I will say, that
Mm-hmm.
second and third team defense, they was balling, boy. I'm encouraged. Like our 1st-round pick,
Mm-hmm.
FAU, the defensive end, that boy was getting around that corner, boy, fast.
So like obviously the whole hype I've been seeing on Twitter has been your receivers.
Mhm.
How did they look? How did they look?
Justin Ross was everything advertised, man. It was just
Okay.
in the first half, our 3rd string. Well, Blaine Gabbert, he got one of Richie James looks good. Richie James
Mm-hmm.
looks like he's gonna be an asset.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they put Shane Brissell in, it was like he was trying to force everything to Rasheed Rice. It's like
Right.
one of the passes, it should have been a pick. He got
Okay.
lucky. Like he got it in there. Rasheed Rice, I don't know how the hell he caught it.
Yeah.
But if you look down at the bottom of the screen, he
Mm-hmm.
had like Justin Ross hit a route on the corner, and
Yeah.
if he had just held the ball a little bit longer, he would have saw Ross. Ross might have been hitting his head on the goalpost that he had seen him because he was
Mm-hmm.
wide open. But he hit
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice, and then he tried to force one into Ross, and it popped up in there, and he picked it. So then in the second half, I think they told his ass to calm your ass down, stop forcing all these balls. And then that's when he started like really moving the ball down the field. Justin Ross caught a pass, like he did a comeback route. The corner got on him, he threw him off, and he got some extra yards. And then he
Mm-hmm.
caught a touchdown close to the end zone. So everybody's excited about that. Rasheed Rice looked nice because none of the starting receivers got any passes thrown to him.
Right.
MVS, Sky Moore, Justin
Yeah.
Watson, which nobody wants on the team
Why don't they want him on the team?
because they see Rasheed Rice and Justin Ross getting off, and then this kid in the fourth quarter, this kid number 27, Nikio Regilio.
Mm-hmm.
He nice. He was
Okay.
making catches, and they want him instead of Justin Watson. I mean, and they was like, dog, they ain't
So,
that boy.
so the big question for me is, how does this look for our bet? Does this make me look better? Does this make my chances look better?
No, because
Because Kadarius Tony,
he's still gonna be out there, baby.
no, he's
Week
not.
one,
Bro.
week one.
No, he's not, bro. If he
Yeah.
out there, bro, he ain't gonna get that many targets at this rate.
All he needs is about 5 catches for 150, baby. Let's go.
5 catches for 150. Oh, bro, just pay me my 100 right now, dog.
Look, he ain't got to be over 100 week one. We
Bro,
just trying
he
to
ain't
get to
gonna-
1,000.
he's
We just
not
trying to
playing.
get to 1,000.
He's not playing 17 games this year, dog.
That's all right. We just need to get him to 1,000. That's it, just to 1,000. Now, I will give you your money if mid-season it just don't look good. All right, I ain't giving
Oh,
you
yeah.
$100 right now.
I'm I'm not asking for it right now because I know I'll get it at a later time. You know what I mean? I'll get it probably around Christmas time. You know, use that for the Christmas shopping. You know what I'm saying? You know. So who do y'all play? Who do y'all play next week for preseason?
The Cardinals, which I don't want to play because they field is raggedy as shit. I don't want no.
Oh, y'all playing in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what would you like to see next week? What's the biggest thing you would like to see next week?
I want to see Justin Ross with the ones. I want to
Okay.
see Mahomes throwing him some passes, see how he looks against the ones, first team defense. On defense, I want to see more of a FAU or defensive end. I want to see him more with the ones too. See how he looks. Because we're gonna need. He played like 33 snaps, so obviously they trying to get him some work, especially with Charles Omenihu about to be out.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get these young guys some work. I like what I saw from George Karlaftis too. Our second and third team defensive line look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And our linebackers, Dre, what's his name? Dre Tranquil. He looked good. He got a sack. Some of our secondary, Mike Edwards, who used to play with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he looked good. Like, we got some depth in the corners and linebackers and defensive line position. It's just seeing them with the first team. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah, like I definitely would like to see Jimmy Garoppolo play. I would like to see our ones play. I would also like to see, obviously they had the reports of Devontae Adams getting hurt. I think like a day or two before the preseason game or something like that. He looks all right. I think he'd be all right. I think it was just like kind of like a bang play where I think they might have like hit knees or something, but I think he'll be all right. I definitely want to see how this defense, if they keep responding the right way. They look fast, man. They look like they're disciplined. I want to see if they consistently do that. Obviously, we're playing the Rams next week, so who knows if their starters will be playing. So, and then hopefully start hearing some news about Josh Jacobs maybe coming back to camp soon. So yeah, man, it looked promising for both teams. How did Derek Carr look with the Saints?
He looked good on that first drive.
They look good.
Like Michael Thomas was catching passes.
Okay.
Alvin Kamara looks like Alvin Kamara.
Like, for sure.
But no, he looks good. He looks comfortable. He definitely looks comfortable.
So did anybody disappoint you? As far as like what you saw,
just
like,
the first team defense. But I understand like they was playing too high safety deep, so the tight end was gonna get everything underneath. Like what I'm saying, like. He was going like they just playing everything back.
Like,
let them get whatever they're gonna get underneath, and they was taking it.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man.
So I'm not too much tripping, man.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for week 2 preseason. See how it goes, man. I said hopefully everybody just stays healthy, see progression. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see how these young cats do.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man. Let's stay in the NFL. Let's talk about Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah.
Now, when Eric Bieniemy went over to the Washington Commanders, everybody was like, okay, we're going to see what Eric Bieniemy is going to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Can he fix this offense and make them a viable playoff team? Can he fix Sam Howell? Because if he fixed Sam Howell, how can they deny him a head coaching job now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No more excuses. You can't, he's an Andy Reid scheme, even though they didn't hold that against Nagy or they didn't hold that against Doug Peterson. You know what I'm saying? But they can make that excuse now. Right. Now, what I saw in preseason, they look pretty damn good out there. Sam Howell was slinging it, doing his thing, and the Commanders look all right. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. So they do, yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but there was a report that players are complaining, and we all know, me being a Chiefs fan, I know how Eric Bieniemy is. I actually love it. He used to hold all the players accountable. If you listen to all players' presence and past, except for your LaShawn McCoy, that they appreciate Eric Bieniemy because he holds you accountable. When he's yelling at you, he's not doing it because of ego or whatever. He's doing it to make you better. You know what I'm saying? All of them said Yeah, he's gonna yell at you, but he's also gonna champion you. He's gonna cheer you on because he wants to see you succeed. Well, supposedly some Washington Commander players was in their feelings about it, and they went to what's the name, Ron Rivera,
Mhm.
and Ron Rivera didn't do it, and that's why the next day he had to come out with that note card and the press release,
thing,
whatever. Yeah, apologizing to Airbnb because he put him in a bad place. All he had to come out and say was, you know what? That's why we brought him here. Airbnb is gonna get these boys right, and we trying to fix this offense so we can get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if he had said that, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now.
I don't know why we even. Yeah, I don't even know why we're talking about this now. Yeah.
Still your thoughts?
I don't. I said I don't even know why we even talking about it now. You know what I mean? Eric Bieniemy is a great coach. I think it's kind of messed up that he always has. He's the only coach that has these allegations against him all the time. Even though there's some really tough-minded coaches out there. You got the Bill Belichick's. You got the Mike Tomlins. You got what's my man? The Vrabels. You know what I mean? These are hard-minded coaches. You know what I mean? So it kind of sucks to hear this always come out about Eric Bieniemy. I don't know if people just have like a personal vendetta against this man at this point or what it is, man. Like you said, Sam Howell looked like a real good quarterback, man, when he played. You know what I mean? I don't know if he was like 7 for 11 or something like that. I think he had a TD or something like that. I don't know how many yards, but no, it just sucks, man. You know what I mean? Like we've been hearing these things about Eric Bieniemy for the past couple years. I don't know. I mean, you'll probably know better than me when it originally started, but man, I just think it sucks, man. I think these players, man, like obviously whatever you was doing last year didn't work. Him coming in, he's trying to reestablish the culture. You know what I mean? It's not like he treats one player worse than the other. I feel like, you know, from what I've heard, it's always been consistency. He treats every player like that, and he's gonna have the stars and the leaders up there even more. You know, he's gonna expect more from them. Which if you're gonna be a leader and a superstar, that comes with the territory. So I don't understand the crying. I don't understand them trying to go tell Papa Rivera, hey, you know, Eric Bieniemy's being mean to me. Like, bro, come on, man. You guys get paid millions of dollars to be grown ass men. I get it. There's a certain type of way that, you know, people should talk to you in a way. You are a grown man, but I think Eric Bieniemy does it out of wanting to see his players thrive and be successful. And they have expectations, man. He has an expectation. He has a goal. You know what I mean? He wants to be proven that he can be a head coach. And the way it's going to be proven is, number one, he had to leave Andy Reid. He had to get from under Andy Reid. You know what I mean? He had to get from under Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Because obviously that was kind of being a deterrent to him and his career from further growing and becoming a head coach. So if he can turn this team, if he can turn Sam Howell into a respectable quarterback and they can win and be a consistent offense and put points on that board, hey, Washington gonna be a threat, man. That defense is good. You know what I mean? Ron Rivera is not a bad head coach. You know, he got to the Super Bowl one time with Cam Newton. So, we said it before here when we talked about him. I think that was our second episode that we ever did. We talked about Eric Bieniemy. I'm rooting for him. I want him to succeed. I know you are doing the same. So I think these players need to just suck it up and play better.
Man up.
Man up, man. Man up, man. For real. All that crying ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into some other news.
Okay.
Montgomery Brawl.
Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. Did. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Y'all. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin. Let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kind of lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one, but them all.
Oh, man, what's that?
Yo, that song's so lit, bro. I fuck with this. That shit is hard, bro.
Shout out to GMC Cash for that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your thoughts on this Montgomery Brawl, man?
Bro, man, it's
Black History, man.
It's Black History, man. August might be the new Black History month, dog. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful day, baby. You know what I'm saying? August 6th, 2023 will go down in history books, man. I swear to God, man. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, man. Just with him going over there talking, homie tried to push and get in his face. He did the ass catch him, turn the hat backwards. Bobby Smurr to throw hat up in the air and just went at it. And he saw the beautiful black brothers and sisters going out there and just, hey man, we ain't taking this shit no more, dog. These people gotta just move your goddamn boat, bro. What the fuck are you dog doing? Move your boat, okay? Like, this ain't 1812, man. Motherfuckers just ain't gonna let y'all do some regular shit, man. For real. Like, seeing my man swim. Bro. They call that nigga Ludafish, bro. That shit's fucking hilarious, bro. Like, Twitter, yes, Twitter, still called Twitter. It's fucking undefeated, man. I'm telling you, man. It was the most, that shit was hilarious, bro. Hilarious. And the song that go with it, bro, that's just, put it over the top, bro. It was hilarious, man. I thought that shit was crazy.
Yeah, man. It's shout out to all them black people out there. Hey, it's good to see unity. Now, you know, we'd rather see unity in a peaceful way, but to see black people come together and hand out ass whoopings when they be hand out. Hey, man, shout out to all them.
My man brought out the chair, bro. He just started hitting everybody that he saw. I was like, God damn.
Rock bottoms, chairs.
Bro, yeah, the rock bottoms, all that shit, bro. It looked like an old school Royal Rumble in that motherfucker.
Man. I was waiting for a Stone Cold Stunner.
Yo, did you see homie like jump in the water for his life? You saw that shit? My man was like, nah, bro, I'm out, bro. I'm out, bro.
Getting beat up.
Yeah, man.
Men, women, children. If you was in that vicinity, you was getting smacked up, slapped up, dunked on your head, beat the hell up.
So where would you rate this in Black History moments?
It's up there, man.
Think it's up there? You think it's like top 10?
It's up there, yeah. It's up there. We've never seen nothing like this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ancestors is looking down like.
Wasn't the boat called like the Harriet or some shit?
Something like that.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
So shout out to all them people in Alabama. We all know how Alabama. You know, we know how Alabama is. Yeah. So
yeah. Nah, for real. Shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully the brother that got arrested, hopefully he out. Hopefully he ain't got to do nothing serious or nothing like that. I know he got arrested after he hit Shorty in the head with the chair and shit, but hey, man, he did it for a cause, bro. You know, I don't condone violence, but in that moment, hey, they asked for that shit. So
yeah, man. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man, coming together and whooping ass.
Nah, for real.
Joe Budden and Ish.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about this one.
Yeah, man. This clip was kind of crazy, brother.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Now we know how Joe is, man. You know, me and you, we watch Joe Budden's podcast. You know what I'm saying? And I love Joe Budden's podcast. And I admit, he's the man. He is the guy. He is the podcast god. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's up there for sure.
His podcast is one of the best, especially in the hip hop circle. It's probably the best in the hip hop circle.
It's definitely the best one for sure.
So, him and Ish, as always, they always get into it over something.
Yeah.
This one was over a female. And you could tell, like, look, I could tell Ish felt some type of way about it. But at the same time, Joe does this.
So
Joe,
so so so
Joe,
explain to the people what happened.
so Joe, pretty much, Joe said that he would never entertain in any type of way any of his friends' ex girlfriends.
Okay.
Said he would never entertain them.
Okay.
Well, in a span, Ish was with a girl for 9 years,
Uh-huh.
and I guess in that span of time, 6 years, 6 of those years, well, after they had broke up, after he had broke up with that girl,
Mm-hmm.
in between that time, Joe and Ish had a falling out for 6 years. So in that time when they had a falling out, the girl came over, and
Wow.
Joe was smoking hookah with her and chilling with her.
Yeah.
And Ish's problem with it was like, you said you would never entertain it. He said, I don't care about you if you did it, if you smashed her.
Yeah.
I'm more so talking about you said that you would never entertain any of our female, me, Ice, any of your friends. You would never
Okay.
entertain. So it'd
Yeah.
be, I don't know. I ain't gonna name no names, but somebody, let's say somebody, a girl from your past that I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, man, I never, what I'm saying, which I wouldn't. I never entertain none of the females that you with, mom. And then you see me out with that girl. You gonna feel some type of way. You gonna be like, what the hell? You may not, you may not care if I did something with her, but I went back on my word on you and told you, man, I never entertain none of the women that you used to talk to, especially if it's somebody that you had feelings for. I'm saying, not some just random.
Yeah, I seen the clip and my whole thing is like, why was it so triggered so easy though? That was my thing. Like it was triggered a little too easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's
He
like,
was. I think he's just tired because Joe could do this. Joe, I've seen Joe get into arguments over other stuff where he'll be like, he'll be against it. He'll be like, no, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. And then we get to the point, man, I'm agreeing with you. What?
like Joe is really good, great at that. But in some senses, like, no, I understand the conversation. But like, but like Joe Budden was like, he said that, he would never entertain. And I get, like, I don't know who his homie was, who was like kind of like sitting next to him, and he was behind the chair, but he was kind of implying like Joe's entertainment might not be the same meaning as your entertainment. You know what I mean? With Ish, you know what I'm saying? Like, and in the sense of like, I think Joe was kind of saying you know the reason how she got in my house. Like she could have said some shit. Obviously, we haven't been friends for a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, do you know her intentions? Shit like that. You know what I mean? Like we weren't boys at the time, so it's just like at that moment in time, it's just like, all right, like what's good? What's going on? Like she could have said some shit to maybe get this nigga in the house, and Joe Budden smoke hookah, like nigga, you know what I mean? So. And then it's just like, Joe Budden threw the shit out where he was like talking about like Ish was rubbing one of his ex bitches' feet and all that type of shit and all like that. I just think with Ish, man, he just get triggered so fast with
He
Joe,
do.
bro.
He
He
do.
really do, bro.
He
He
do.
just
He do.
and it's just like, cause like he going out saying like, I don't give a fuck if you did that shit. Then Joe's like, well, why the fuck you so goddamn triggered? Why you cussing me out? Like, why you damn near look like you about to have an aneurysm right now? If that don't mean that much to your ass, you know what I'm saying?
I would say in this instance, I don't think it was so much the girl. I think it was more so like because Joe said verbatim. It one thing if he said I wouldn't entertain. He said I wouldn't entertain or speak. I wouldn't have a conversation with
Right.
any of your ex girls. And initially, he had a conversation with his ex girl. You know what I'm saying? Now I
Yeah.
get it; they had a falling out. So in between that, Joe could have been like, "Well, I ain't fucking with that nigga no more. So fuck him." You know what I'm saying? So he could have been like that. But I'm just saying,
Yeah, so what do you think the code is off some shit like that? You know what I mean? Like y'all been boys and all of a sudden like y'all have a little out, you know what I mean? And then y'all ain't talking like years. And his ex like, you
I
know,
still, me personally, I can only speak for me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I would never do that to my boys. Any
right.
of my friends, their ex-wives, a girlfriend that they was in a relationship for years and years and years, and I was around them in
Uh-huh.
that relationship. No, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna entertain that. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Even if we had a falling out, I'm not gonna entertain that because that's on some corny petty shit to me. Like that's like
Yeah.
now I don't fuck with him all of a sudden. Now I want to fuck his girl. Like nah, that's or his ex girl that he had a committed relationship with, whether he had married, especially if they had kids together. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like nah.
So let me ask you, what do you think is worse? Giving a bitch some hookah or rubbing the bitch's feet?
I mean, rubbing the feet is bad.
Like, bro,
Rubbing
come
the
on,
feet is
man.
not your
Like, I don't
favorite.
know the timeline of that shit, but like people skip that shit over, bro. He's like, bro, like I caught you rubbing my bitch's feet, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like that could be like some little underlining shit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you watch the podcast, you know, they you know, you hear a couple little shit where, you know, they might have fucked the same bitch at the same time type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, who knows with their little track record. Obviously, like, you know, there are codes to me, like, bro, um, like if you've been in like a serious relationship with a chick, like one of your homies has, it's probably best not to mess with that shit. Um, but do you think? All right, let me ask you this question: do you think there's like, so you don't think there's any kind of like time frame, like homie go to jail type shit, ain't talked in a while, like you know what I mean? Like let's say they were together for a couple years, whatever. They might have moved in together, whatever. Shit got bad, they broke up. It's been like 10 years, 10, 15 years since they broken up. You know, y'all ain't as cool as y'all used to be. And then, you know, shit happens. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll say this. I'll say this. Like I said, I'll bring it back to me. If I'm in a committed relationship, a new committed relationship with another female, or if I'm married,
Yeah.
I care less with what my past does, even if they with one of my homies,
Okay.
because now, because it looks like if I get salty that one of my homies, let's say you know what I'm saying, like if I get salty that you with a girl that you was around when I was with her, you know what I'm saying, and now I'm married with another, you know what I'm saying, I'm married in love with somebody else. Now it looks like I'm like still in love with this girl.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Still,
No.
I got feelings for this girl, so I'm mad. Why you with my homeboy? Man, I don't care. I'm married. I'm in love over here. I got. I'm
So
good.
you think like in a situation where it's just like you was with this girl, y'all broke up a while ago. Now you're married, you got kids with another chick, whatever. And then your homie, you know, may come across one of your exes and then some shit might have just popped off. Like you think your homie shouldn't do that? Do you think your homie has kind of like the out, like, you know, it's whatever, like that's just the past, I don't give a fuck no more. You can do whatever the fuck you want type of shit. Like no matter if I did love her back in the day or whatever, I moved on. Like I can
Yeah,
get two shits. Like,
yeah.
you think it's like, you think like people, motherfuckers shouldn't be mad about that?
I don't think they should be mad, especially if you moved on and got married. Now, if it's 2 years later, if you broke up with her, you know what I'm saying, and it's like 6 months later, and
Nah,
then your boy is booed up with her, then it's like, damn, bro.
yeah.
But if
No,
it's
like,
5, 10 years later and you didn't
yeah.
moved on and got into a new relationship, even if you're not married, you're just in a new relationship, y'all committed to possibly get there one day. Or you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, whatever. You moved on totally. And you see your
Yeah.
boy with your ex, I ain't gonna think nothing of it. Now if you moving in a way and you trying to hide it from me and
Yeah, no.
you moving
Yeah.
kind of differently, then it's like
Yeah.
now I feel like you moving kind of shady. But if you like,
Yeah.
look, bro, look, I know you used to be with such and such. I'm feeling her now. We've been kicking it. I'm gonna be like, whatever, man. Like,
Oh, do you? Yeah, no, I'm
I
100% by you. Nah,
know my
yeah.
girl, man. What are you talking
Nah,
about?
I'm 100% by you, bro. I think like it's in a situation like, look, it's been like 10 years. I moved on. Even if I'm not married, I don't have kids, whatever. I moved
Yeah,
on. I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? I'm not focused. As long as you come to the nigga correct. As long as you come to the motherfucker correct, be like, look, bro, like, hey, like me and Shorty, you know, we been kicking it. I just want to let you know what's up. Like, I fuck with her. Like, I'm just letting you know so you ain't blindsided. As long as you ain't blindsided the dude, you know what I mean? I think it's cool. I think there should be a mutual respect. Be like, all right, at least I know I got a homie who's always gonna keep it 100. I may feel a little type of way where it's like, all right, it's a little weird, but okay, cool, dude. You like you kept it real. So now I'll be like, all right, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I know certain people feel like, you know, I'd be like, man, that was my chick from like, you know, 10 years ago. I was in love with her. Like, but hey, people move on, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just think in the situation with them, bro, I was just like, this is kind of like, you kind of saw like the ugly picture of how the shit could go sometime with them motherfuckers. But hey, man, Joe's a master at the argument, bro. Like it's hard to win an argument and not getting he can piss you off, bro.
Because he condescending, man.
Oh yeah,
he's mad condescending when he talks to you. I guess what they call it, gaslighter. He be gaslighting.
Gaslighting, you know what I mean? He can be. My man can manipulate a little good too. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Joe make you want to whip his ass.
Joe, that's why Joe's at the top of his game, bro. You know what I mean? People let her listen to the man talk, bro. You know what I mean? So you gotta wait with words, bro. So they seem like they cool, man. Because how long ago was that conversation?
I think it was like months ago. Yeah. So obviously things that got patched up. It's always an episode where they cuss each other out. So this ain't the first time they went at each other.
Moral of the story, if you one of them dudes like think about talking to one of your homies, just keep it 100 with the motherfucker, man. And y'all just talk it out. Don't try to hide shit. Just keep it 100, tell the dude, and then go from there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
That's how motherfuckers get killed.
Damn.
It's reality, bro. How many stories have you heard that?
A lot.
You know what I mean?
Or just people falling out.
Awesome old flame, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's switch back to the NFL. Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
The Jets. Now, I think episode 2 came out yesterday, didn't it?
I thought it came out tonight.
Did it come out tonight? Oh, whatever. Well, okay. Well, episode 1 was last week. They did a lot of, highlighting Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, the 2 superstar receiver and corner. Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? Him joining the team. Nathaniel Hackett, should I say?
Yeah.
His relationship with Aaron Rodgers and, showing Aaron Rodgers take it, like we said earlier, Zach Wilson under his wing and Sala, how his interaction with all the team and players and stuff and how he communicates with them and all that stuff. And it was a really good episode, So Liv Shriver show up on a helicopter. He's the narrator of Hard Knocks, which I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
His voice sounds totally different.
Way different.
So yeah. And Method Man was there, showing up to camp, giving them some words of inspiration and motivation.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode. So, Hard Knocks, I used to watch it back in the day, but I kind of slowed down a little bit. But, whatever. I watched it for the show and see what Aaron Rodgers is talking about. So, what was your thoughts on episode 1?
Look, I like Hard Knocks, man. I think it's a good way to get through the preseason. You know what I mean? It makes it more entertaining because preseason can get like the first week you get a little high. You know what I mean? Football's back. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, but then after a while, it's like, all right, where the real games at? You know what I mean? So I think overall with the Hard Knocks, I think it was cool just seeing the kind of like how Aaron Rodgers is building relationships with everybody. You know what I mean? You can kind of see the excitement around the whole entire crew of how he's kind of like he's lifting the spirits of that group, you know what I mean, making them believers that this team can mean something. Obviously, we saw how he's impacting Zach Wilson. So, I think it's cool, man. You kind of get to see the personality of the guys, you know what I mean? It's cool to see the behind-the-scenes looks and how teams operate, how professional teams are operated, and what they do on their day-to-day. So it was cool. It was a cool little episode, man. See what happens with episode 2. I'm sure you're gonna show a lot of what happened during the last preseason and all that. I know they showed a little bit with Dalvin Cook and all that. So, man, we'll see what's up, man. I said it's not really too much, I like Hard Knocks. It's cool.
Yeah, for sure. It gives you an inside track of what's going on with the NFL team. Shows everybody's a great guy. And shout out to Sauce Gardner getting his degree too, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My man Nick the Quick Van Exel, boy.
He was getting his degree too.
He got his degree too, so shout out to him, man. He's one of my favorite players. The main reason why I became a Laker fan, honestly.
Yeah, man. For sure. We got some breaking news, man.
What's up?
Zach Martin got a new deal, man.
Oh, you got a new deal, huh?
Yeah, man, got a new deal, $18 million over the next 2 years. So they gave him like a $2 million raise or whatever.
Okay.
over the next 2 years. Oh, actually, it's additional 8.5 million. Sorry,
Oh,
8.5 million for both years, and it's fully guaranteed. So shout out to Zach Martin, man, getting his money, man. You know what I'm saying? He held out, stood his ground, and he got his money, man. Jerry Jones was telling him he wasn't gonna give him nothing. Now
yeah,
look
no,
at it.
Zach Martin had a little pull though. You know what I mean? Like Dak from what I've been hearing, been looking a little, looking a little
Shaky.
terror, looking a little shaky out there. So he needs his offensive line so he can, help protect him a little bit better. But shout out to Zach, man. I know he's gonna get this deal. Obviously, this still doesn't do anything for running backs. You know what I mean? Still waiting to hear what's gonna happen with Jacobs and. I think I saw a little thing with Jonathan Taylor. I think they said he might be reporting back to camp. So with the Colts, so we'll see what's up. Dalvin Cook still hanging out there. So shout out to Zach. Shout out to the Cowboys. I'm sure the Cowboy fans is happy about it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Zach Martin, man. Get your money, get your paper. Now, Chris Jones, get his deal.
And that don't look like that's happening.
It's happening, baby. It's happening. I'm holding
You've been
out.
saying that. You've been saying that for 2 months
It's
now.
all right. It's all right. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
All right, bro.
EA College Football has made their announcement. They're finally dropping next summer.
Next summer, yeah.
This is the game that I've been waiting for, man.
Not Madden 24.
Hell no.
Nah, you excited? Man, Madden come out tonight.
I don't care. Shout out to those who are going to play it tonight, but no, I don't care. Tell me how it is. Tell me how it is.
You know you're going to
Tell
play
me how
Madden,
it is.
dog.
Tell me how it is, man. Tell me how it is. But college has always been my game. I always like the college game better than the Madden game.
Okay. Who's your team?
What, on college?
Yeah, who you play with on college?
Back
in the
then,
day.
I used to play with Virginia Tech.
Oh, you used to cheat with Michael Vick?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. You look like one of the motherfuckers. Just quarterback scrambling all day.
But I played with Aaron. You know what I really did? I used to make my own team.
You did the college with the college with the franchise mode or whatever it is.
Yeah, I used to make my own university.
Well, hopefully they had that on there, man. Usually they come out skimping on modes and shit. You know what I mean?
Not.
Beginning.
They better not.
That's kind of like the make. I still people see I see people still play the old game, man. They got a couple mods and stuff like that where people still play kind of like a remastered version of like the old school college football, like on PC and stuff like that. So it's cool, man. I think it's good to see something else. It still is EA making the football game, so there's gonna be some
gonna be some glitches and
some bullshit on that motherfucker, but it's good to see something else. I gotta play with my Gators, bro. You know what I mean? Even though I don't think we're gonna be good this year, but couple recruiting class. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm just saying. I haven't really seen the team play, so I don't know who even played. Oh, who we play? We played Utah a couple weeks, so it should be cool. You know what I mean?
Y'all should be Utah.
But hey, man, Madden comes out tonight, bro. You gotta be excited for Madden.
You gonna jump on them sticks? You gonna jump on the sticks?
I'm gonna try the little EA play. I give you the free 10 hours. So I'm gonna try it. You know what I mean? If I like what I see, if I like how it feels, man, I'll pay the little $60 or $70, how much, whatever it costs for the game. So see what up. I'm still waiting on that Mortal Kombat. That's the only thing I'm really waiting for. Mortal Kombat, dog.
That's the game.
You know what I mean? If anybody would play, man, shout me out, bro. You know what I mean? Get that ass whooped.
In what? Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat, Madden,
My boy still want that. He want that work on.
Nah, man. I know. Your boy want the work. You know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely gonna get the work in with the new 24 coming out. So we can make that happen. Maybe we might post some little clips on here, man. Show the little highlights of it.
Mm-hmm.
Show who won. You know what I mean?
So,
you want to get on that action?
No, I don't want that.
Oh my god.
I'm straight.
You want to get on some Mortal Kombat action for a little bit?
We can get in that now.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have a little Mortal Kombat little thing or something like that. Posting on here a little bit. Posting on YouTube.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, there's a little Mortal Kombat between TDE.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Now, Reason was that Back That Fig podcast?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
With T-Rail. What's the other guy's name?
Back on Fig. Who?
I forgot the other dude. One of the dudes is T-Rail. I forgot the other dude.
I forgot the other brother's name on the show.
Anyway, the new president of TDE, Musa, who is the son of Top Dog, calls in because Reason has been, telling him, people that, he had some projects he wanted to drop and TDE wouldn't drop them. There's some features he wanted to get on with, a couple of artists on the label, and they put other people on there, and other artists on the label have been, complaining. SZA, Schoolboy Q, they've been all, voicing their displeasure with the label.
Mm-hmm.
So Musa calls up and pretty much degrades Reason on this pocket. Now, Reason, didn't he just drop an album Friday?
Yeah, he dropped an album called Porches.
Dropped the album on Friday, but this is before then, and he's pretty much saying, well, name me 10 Reason songs, asking the other people on the podcast. Reason is basically do you want to have a conversation or do you want to go viral? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just kept asking him, tell me where I was lying. I'm not complaining about my situation. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
So it was just a whole back and forth thing, whatever. Nothing really got solved.
Right.
But I thought it was messed up on Musa's because that was something that could have been discussed off the podcast. That could have been a phone call that could have been made off the podcast, not in front of the viewers.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the situation?
I thought it was crazy. It sounded like a conversation that it goes on between artists and label. It sounds like it could be like a conversation that would go on. But as I said, there's been a lot of internal issues with TDE as far as with this matter, where artists feel like the delay of their albums getting pushed back or certain EPs not getting released. As I said, you've had the likes of SZA, Absol, even Sir have had made similar accusations with TDE. I just think it kind of also show because I think Musa also said what did he say? Dave Free didn't want to sign him either. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you calling on a podcast show a couple of days before your artist on your label that's supposed to release an album. You know what I mean? Which I've listened to that album. I think Porches is really, really good. I fuck with Reason. I fuck with Reason's work. Shout out to him, bro. That album, I think that album is amazing. I just think it does a real disservice to him. I know for him to do that, for that to be one of your artists and put that conversation all over the internet and try to embarrass your artist like that, makes me think why would you want to sign with TDE? TDE was known for being one of the best record labels out, just with talent. You know what I mean? I can't go into day-to-day operations with it, but just with the talent level with Kendrick. Obviously, Kendrick's not there no more. Reason, J Rock, Sir, Absol, Schoolboy Q, SZA. If I didn't say SZA already, their talent is crazy. I think they got Dolce too or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It just kind of also shows the level of respect that they do not have for Reason. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I think he's got more love from J. Cole's camp than he's got from his own camp. So if I was Reason, I would low-key honestly try to find my way over there. You know what I mean? J. Cole will do right by him. They got a lot of talent over there too. And Reason fits in with the image of that label. You know what I mean? Because you know how certain labels, they have a certain sound, they have a certain kind of vibe, a certain kind of talent that they're looking for. I think Reason fits perfectly in there. You know what I mean? He's been on a couple of their projects. I think he's been on a couple of their Dreamville projects or something that's come out recently. So, it's just wild, man. You know what I mean? Just the level of disrespect that Musa did, bro. But, some people said this was all for a publicity stunt. Reason has came out and said it's not. You know what I mean? But it seems like he's getting a lot of love out there, a lot of support, which is great. I think he made a top 10 over the weekend as far as with his album. So shout out to him. Congrats to him. I'm getting him a hand clap on that, man. So yeah, man, I think it's fucked up. You know what I mean? I don't know the reasons behind Kendrick leaving. Obviously, he was their main guy, so I don't think he would have any kind of like issues as far as like having problems releasing the album on a particular time. But I said it's something you got to watch out for, man. You've been hearing the rumblings for the past couple years with this, so we'll see. I think the next one that's coming out, you're starting to see snippets of Schoolboy Q's music starting to pop out a little bit. So I think he'll probably be the next one that's probably going to be marketed, and his album should be released. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, man. Shout out to Reason, man. Album was amazing, man. So hopefully, man, they can either squash it or he can find a way to get over to Dreamville.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's corny. Musa, you corny for that, man.
Nah, yeah, bro. That's wild as fuck, bro. But as I said, it sounds like a conversation that should have been held within internally. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Find ways to make him pop, because there's no reason why my man shouldn't be popping right now. You know what I mean? He makes good quality music. He's very, very lyrical, but he makes some bangers, man. He makes some slaps, bro, that can be played in the club too. So
that's what's up.
So listen to Porches.
Right. Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Got sentenced 10 years.
He did.
Now, we all know the situation for Tory Lanez. He allegedly, well, I can't say allegedly because he got found guilty of it, of shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot. Now he's got a sentencing. He's going to do 10 years in prison. I think they said something about him getting deported. He ain't getting deported back to Toronto or whatever.
There's rumors saying he might get married in prison to help him with his deportation.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got to do 10 years in prison regardless. So, what are your thoughts on Tory Lanez, man, getting 10 years?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think it was pretty harsh to me. I think 10 years is wild. If you followed what was going on with the court proceedings, if you tell me you know what happened, I think you're fucking bullshit. I think you lying. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of stuff that still people do not know. The driver never got interviewed. He never testified. Kendall Jenner never testified. I think there were a lot of holes in the arguments, but at the end of the day, I think Tory Lanez probably had bad representation. Is Tory Lanez at fault with a little bit of this? Yeah, I think so. Do I think he personally shot the chick? I personally don't think so, but that's just my opinion. I'm not shitting on Meg or nothing like that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna take this space and put it in that kind of light. At the end of the day, she is still the victim. Do I think she did some things that she was at fault too? Yes, I think all parties were at fault. But at the end of the day, I do not think Tory Lanez was the one that pulled that trigger. I think this is very harsh. 10 years. I know people said he might be able to get out a little early, but from what I looked at, it's no parole. They did it without a possibility of parole, but who knows? He might get out on good justice. I just think, Tory Lanez kind of like, he tried to do the whole sex triangle shit, He got caught fucking the best friend, you know what I mean? So that, So when you leave a scorned woman, man, I just think it's in a situation where, she still feels the type of way about that shit, you know what I mean? So, to see him want to rot in jail for it, though, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, there was some, like, kind of conversations about, like, how she never really told the truth, I guess, in the beginning of her talking to the police about the situation. Because, there's some dialogue, man. If somebody tried to shoot me, like, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, Chris, if you try to shoot me and the police come, I'm like, this motherfucker trying to kill me, dog. Like, it's a fact, bro. I think that's just human nature, bro. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we can go, I'm not going to go through the whole, like, if you want to look into it, man. I think they even have like a documentary on shit. You can Google the shit, whatever. But as in my opinion, man, I just think it was a little harsh on the sentencing. I said he could have got worse. I think he could have got up to like 20 years or something like that. I think, or something like that. 22 years. Hopefully get out soon, bro, because I need the Chicks Tape 6 quick. Tory Lanez was on a fucking run, bro. He was on a fucking run, bro. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all that Megan Thee Stallion music shit, cause I don't even feel her shit. I don't feel all that thought music shit, bro. I'm cool with it. Some of the shit I like, some of the shit I don't. But to me, she don't put out the quality of music of Tory Lanez. I'm just talking about artist wise. I ain't talking about the fucking court case. My man was on a fucking run. But hey, prayers out to all involved. Hopefully Tory, hopefully Tory gets the support because jail ain't easy. Hopefully Megan gets the support. She can move on, do her career. Tory can do what he does. Hopefully he can get out sooner than 10 years and live his life. And hopefully all parties can just stay healthy, be happy, and prosper.
Yeah, man. It's an unfortunate situation, man. And
just another talent going.
When you walk around, like, I think the biggest thing is when you walk around with that type of arrogance, like Tory Lanez has, and
he did himself a disservice. Yeah, he did.
Walking around like you're untouchable. Yeah. They gonna let you know that you're not.
Yeah.
They're gonna let you know that you're not untouchable.
But what artists don't walk around like they are untouchable though? You know what I mean? Let's call a spade a spade. There's no artist out there, especially on a run that Tory Lanez has been going on, that thinks they're untouchable. Megan Thee Stallion thinks she's untouchable. Beyonce thinks she's untouchable. Drake thinks she's untouchable.
Jay-Z, yeah.
They all do. You know what I mean? There is no humble. There's far and few between where you're gonna find an artist that's fucking humble. You know what I mean? So to use that as an argument to me is just kind of like, it's kind of weak to me. But at the end of the day, did he do himself a disservice by the way he was kind of like, mocking her in a sense and all that? Look, if you believe you are innocent, act fucking innocent. I'm not gonna act guilty. I'm not gonna apologize. If I'm fucking innocent, I'm gonna act like I'm fucking innocent. So that's the other thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people want him to be all humble and shit, but like, bro, if I believe in my heart that I'm fucking innocent, I'm gonna express that I'm innocent and I'm gonna act like I'm innocent. So, like, the way people think about the shit is kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, like, Tory Lanez should have testified to me. I think he did himself a disservice by not testifying. His representation was poor from the looks of it. I think he got the wrong advice. And, he's just going to have to eat it at the end of the day. There's nothing that's going to change it, They can file all the appeals that they want. California is tough, but they ain't going to let that shit rock. So, and, Meg has her powers too. So, but as I said, man, prayers all involved. Hopefully everybody finds their peace. Hopefully Tory Lanez can, once he gets out, his career can get back going. I think he'll come out with some heat. I think Tory Lanez always puts out heat. Hopefully Megan Thee Stallion can have her career. And we can all just move on. It's been like 3 years on this shit. So, it is what it is.
I agree. Let's move on, people. Let's talk a little bit about hip hop's 50th anniversary, man. 50 years. 50 years of hip hop. Now, if you look at it from all other genres, hip hop is still relatively young. It's still a young genre. Still a young culture. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not just talking about music. You got the B-boys, you got graffiti artists, you got, anything that's dealing with DJs, all that wrapped into the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? It's all evolved into different things. Music's evolved, DJing has evolved, B-boying has evolved, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll bring it to myself. Hip hop has meant a lot in my life. You know what I'm saying? I've loved the culture ever since I was little. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
First rap song I ever heard was LL Cool J, "I'm Bad," and I've been doing it ever since. You know what I'm saying?
How old were you when you heard that?
I was about 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
Ever since I heard that song, I was hooked.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the music. I love the, hip hop music. One day as I got older, I wanted one day to be, A&R executive on my own label. I end up becoming an artist myself, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Making music and, doing all that stuff. And I just, I grew up an only child most of my life, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have, my little sister didn't come around till I was 17, my stepfather and my mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, so most of my life I was by myself. So I used to always look at like rappers like my big bros. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z. You know, the whole list goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so music has always been a part of my life. Hip hop music has always been a part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I always want to salute hip hop. They thought this was gonna be a fad, like
Yeah.
disco music. They thought it was gonna come and go.
Yeah.
But what they didn't anticipate was that the music was gonna get more what's the word I'm looking for? Sophisticated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lyrics were gonna get better.
Mm-hmm.
Content was gonna get better. Beats were gonna get better. The genre, like we said, was gonna evolve to
Mm-hmm.
something. And here we are to this day, and it's running strong as ever.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's probably the main genre now
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in the world. You know, everybody wants to put a little bit of hip hop into their music or into their fashion or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You see it everywhere.
So, salute to hip hop. You know what I'm saying, for being here 50 years and still going strong.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, nah, hip hop is revolutionary, man. You hear it, I say, we hear it all today, man. You hear it like in the, the Bad Bunny musics and all that type of stuff, man. You hear the sense of hip hop in international culture, um, R&B, country. You always have a facet of hip hop in there. You know what I mean? My sister kind of helped me get into the music game, and I used to steal her CDs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I remember the times of, you know. We used to listen to the radio a lot, man, and they always have like them top 10 countdowns in the middle of the night, man. It'd be that one song you want to record, man. You got to hit it at that right time type of thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's always a memory for me, man. Just, and then the way you wanted the tape to sound, you wanted the tape to sound like a fucking CD, so you got to hit it, you got to stop it right before they started talking or went to the commercials and all that. I just remember all that, man. I remember the days of, I had a whole routine, man. I'll come home right after school, watch TRL at 3, watch Rap City The Basement at 4, then watch 106 Park at 5. You had the late night stuff, man. You had the box. Obviously, music videos was more popular on the television screen. Nowadays, that's evolutionized into more of a streaming thing like that. But man, it's been great, man. I've had a lot of albums, that I appreciate. I've always like a big Kanye fan, Don Kennedy fan. I was a big Ludacris fan. I enjoyed the time where they had that run where ASAP Rocky, J. Cole, Drake, Frank Ocean, Odd Future, Tyler the Creator, they're all just coming out, man. So you just had that new wave crop of like talent that grew, going from the likes of like the Jay-Z's, the Nas, that whole era with DMX and the Locks, Lil Kim, the Puff Daddy era. To seeing the evolution, of it, from like the Rakims and all that. So it's cool. It's cool seeing hip hop, man, grow. To see the kind of evolution of it. I know there's still some young artists, man. They put out some heat nowadays. I know people get a little rocky with the stuff that comes out nowadays. You know what I mean? Because some of the shit sounds the same. But no, hip hop is very important to a lot of lives, man. It's important to me, man. Like I love music. I listen to music. Without music, I think life is dull. Brings a sense of energy to life, man. So it's cool to see it last, 50 years, man. So that's cool. It's cool. It's dope.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Shout out to hip hop.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's do some AFC conference predictions.
Okay, what you got?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you start first.
So we gonna do the records? We gonna do the records and shit? Or you want to just who gonna win? What you want to do?
Just go off with who gonna win the division.
Okay.
You ain't gotta do records. Just who gonna win who you got winning each division. Your playoff teams and who's gonna make it to the who you got on the AFC making it to the Super Bowl.
So you got like 17s, right? So I for sure see I see the Chiefs winning the AFC West right now. I don't think y'all win it in such a wide margin. I think it'll be a lot closer than what people think. Especially if that Chris Jones thing does not get resolved. I can see a lot of things. I could see it in so that'll be the West. The AFC North, I think the Ravens will win that division. I could see them overcoming the Bengals on that one. The South, I believe that the Jags will should. I think they should win that very easily. I could honestly see them being like the number one seed, just how easy their schedule is. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending. But I think they should win that very easy. And then in the East, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills will end up winning that division. I think the Jets will come in. When I was looking at the schedules, at first I did think the Jets would be kind of like a little overrated, but looking at the schedule really isn't that bad. Like I think they have a couple pockets where it's a little bad. But then they have a stretch where it's like, they got the Dolphins at home, they got the Falcons, and they got the Texans. They play the Commanders. I think the Patriots, depending on what they do, like I think that could be 2 wins. I think the Giants are going to have a little bit of a downfall. The Broncos look fucking ass, so like I think I can see that. And then surprisingly, I'm gonna say it, bro. I think my Raiders are going to make the playoffs this year. I think the schedule is not that bad. If our defense is playing the way that I've seen them doing, and from what I'm hearing, I think we can do good. I think people sleep on Jimmy Garoppolo. What's that, 6? So my last one, I think I'm gonna say the Bengals make it. I think the Bengals will make their last playoff position. And then who I think will win the AFC division, the whole conference, I'm going to go Ravens. I think Ravens will make the Super Bowl this year.
Okay. So let's go start with the West. I think Chiefs going to win the West. I do think it's going to be closer. I think the Chargers will stay healthy this year, surprisingly, and I think they'll be right there. I think you guys are going to be a lot better than what people perceive y'all to be. You guys are going to be fighting for a playoff spot for sure. I think the Broncos are going to be last in this division.
Yeah.
But I got the Chiefs winning the West. I got the Jets winning the East.
Okay.
I think I always see the first year superstar quarterback who comes to the team. The first year, everybody's all in, everybody's flying. It's always the second year when shit goes downhill.
Okay. Yeah.
So first year, I think the Jets are gonna be flying around them. Young Mobley's gonna be running. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be motivated. All that stuff. I think they win the division.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo gets a wild card. I think Miami misses the playoffs this year. And what's the other team? Oh, Patriots. Dang it. Who else? So I got Chiefs. I got Jets win.
You got 5 teams. So
5 teams. The North, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. But I think they stay healthy this year. They're gonna start off a little slow, but I think in the back end they're gonna gel, and I think everything's gonna be fine. I think they're gonna win that division. I think the Bengals are gonna be right there. They're gonna be a playoff team for sure. Steelers take a step, but I still think that they're not gonna make the playoffs, but they're gonna be above 500.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cleveland. I think Cleveland's gonna be right there, but they're not gonna make the playoffs this
Yeah.
year. And then in the South, I got the Jags. I think everybody else not gonna make the playoffs. Tennessee, Colts, no, I don't think they make the playoffs. I think they'll be viable more. Like I think Tennessee's gonna get coached up. They're gonna be right there in a lot of games, but they're just not gonna have enough to win a lot of big games. But I think if Jacksonville stays healthy, is they can run the table, like you said. I wouldn't be surprised if they are the number 1 seed. So I think they can have a season almost like similar to what the Eagles had last year, where they had a real easy schedule and they were just smacking everybody. So I can see the Jacksonville having something similar to that. So and then in the AFC Championship, I'm going Jets and Chiefs in the AFC Championship game,
Jets and Chiefs.
and I got the Chiefs winning going to the Super Bowl.
Well, of course. Why are we shocked? Why are we shocked?
Just saying, man, I got roll
Why are we shocked?
You know I got to roll my squad, man. I
shocked?
gonna pick against my squad. No, you crazy?
Hey, I picked against my squad. I think we'll make the playoffs. I think we have a really good shot at making the playoffs.
But, brother,
People got us winning like 5 games this year. It's crazy. You know what I mean? A little bit. I've seen some people that think we have a chance to get the number 1 pick. I've seen some people say that.
I don't think y'all gonna get the number 1 pick.
I'll say this. If Josh Jacobs come back, I think for sure we'll make the playoffs. Josh Jacobs comes back, comes motivated. Devontae Adams is healthy. Timmy Garoppolo stays healthy. I think we'll make the playoffs.
Y'all defensive line look good though.
Look good. I think our cornerbacks look good too. The only thing that's still a little iffy to me is still the linebacker play, but they look decent so far. But overall, man, I think we got a good shot. I think that shit. I won't fully guarantee it, but I give it like a 70% chance in my eyes.
Okay.
If we stay healthy,
Yeah, for sure. Well, all right, brother. Another good one in the books.
Yeah, hopefully this mic sounds better.
It does.
Sounds better. Okay.
It does. All right. If you're a first time listener, know that Cris and Mall podcast is available on all streaming platforms, whether it be Apple, Google, Alexa, Spotify, whatever streaming platform that you use to listen to your podcast. Cris and Mall podcast is available. Also on YouTube, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, follow us, man. We need them subscriptions to go up.
Yeah, please.
So we can bring y'all great content, you know what I'm saying? And we trying to get to a point we can go live, you know what I'm saying? So we can interact with y'all, you know what I'm saying?
So ready for that.
We got some developments coming soon where we gonna be, we trying to get to a point where me and him can be in the same room together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we getting there. We getting there.
It happens sooner than later for sure.
For sure. And whatever social media platform you use, know that you can follow us at Cris and Mall on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, and Facebook. Follow us. We will follow you back. We are fans of sports and entertainment. What's ever going on. We are fans just like y'all, man. We regular guys just like y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just want to interact with support us. So hit us up, man. Give us feedback. Give us, critique us. Just talk to us nice and normal. Don't come at us crazy. And we want to hear what you guys got to say, man. If you got some topics you want us to bring up, and it's within reason, we'll bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Questions, whatever. Hit us up, man. Because we want to give y'all the best content we can bring y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So until next time, people, we gone.
Peace.